Okay, so the last topic is uh, we are finding the sales of the future, or how do we project the sales of the future. So kini siya is unsaon na to pagkahibaw kung pila ang expected nga sales o sa usa ka business firm in the coming years. So I have here an example. So on the year 1977 to 1985. So take note, for example, we are on the year 1985. So karon is 1985. So kaning 84 down to 77. So the past few years ni siya. And in each current year na siya corresponding sales. So for 1977, so that's 23.2 in millions na siya. On 78, 24.1, 40.3 until to 1985, which is 52.7 million. So if you can observe, 9 times can increase from 23 to 24, 24 to 40, and also may decrease 40 to 30, then increase na po. So nag-fluctuate siya whether it increases at a certain point or decrease ana nga year. So it corresponds also, so each year has a corresponding sales, and also it has a corresponding growth rate. So if you can observe, dash yung gibutang diha sa first. Ano naman? Because on 1977, wala pa siya growth rate because that's the starting year sa atong pag-compute or pag-project. So each year, na-increase like 3.9%, 67.22. And you can observe, ang kaning mga gisuot sa parentheses, it only means that hindi decrease siya. Ano naman? From 40.3, it became 30.2. So it has a decrease of 25.06. So medyo tanawang 40.3. So 25.06, and then from 30.2 to 35.8, it has an increase of 18.54. So how do we find the total growth rate? So the total growth rate is that you need to add kini siya, imo ni i-add, but take note, dili nimo i-add o appeal ang 56.42 and 25.06. Why? Because in decrease ni siya, so i-plus ni ninyo tanan, then i-minus ni ang duha. So 3.9 plus 67.22 minus 25.06 plus 18.54 minus 56.42 until you arrive to the answer of 175.67%. Take note, this one in 1977, it is 0. Kaya wala siya growth rate. So the first, once nga nakita ninyo ang total nga percentage growth rate, we will now solve for the average growth rate. So how do we find the average growth rate? So we need to put how much is the total growth rate. It is 175.67 percentage over 8. Asa na ako gikuha ang 8? Balik na punta. 8 came from pila ka years? 85, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from here, wala siya. Why labot ang 1977 sa pagkwinta sa years? 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So why labot? So mag-start na ka on the next year. Siya. So that's why it is 8. So 175.67 over 8, that is 21.96%. So your 21.96% is your expected growth rate, average growth rate each year. So, for example, from 1985 to the other year, 1986, the expected growth rate is 21 point, where is it? 21.96 ang expected. So, let's try to solve now for 1986. For example, 1985 mata, diba? So, how do we find 1986? So, in finding the number or the answer for 1986, we need to find the total sales or kung asa ta makuha og sales. So, kung asa ta mag-base sa sales, is that we need to base the latest na sales. Despite sa kadaghan sa sales, we need to base the current sales. Current sales is 52.7 million. So let's put there 52.7 times, you need to multiply the average growth rate. So how much is the average growth rate? Balik ako ka. That's 21.96. 21.96%. The answer is 11.57. So dili pa kana ang answer. You need to add again the sales of the current year, which is 52.7. So 5 plus 52.7. So 0 na diha. Then you add how much? It's 64.27 million. So this is your answer for 1986. So the question now is, sir, how much is for 1987? Okay, for 1987, how much is the current sales? The current sales is your answer here, because naka sa 1986, naka mabalik sa 1985. So your current sales is 64.27. Then you multiply with 21.96%. The answer is 14.11. After that, you need to add again this amount, 64.27. The answer is 78.88 million. So this is your sales or projected sales for 1987, and so on and so forth. So balik-balik ka na siya.